Hi everyone, are you a fan of superheroes? Remember the obvious transformation in their origin story, such as when Spider-Man gets bitten by a radioactive spider, or Diana, the warrior princess of the Amazons, meets an American pilot and leaves her home for the very first time to fight in the war, eventually discovering her full powers and destiny as Wonder Woman, or the turning points in the prime of their careers. Remember when Thor becomes unworthy of the Mjolnir, his hammer in Ragnarok, or Captain America wakes up in the present day, or when Doomsday and Superman kills each other? These plot twists, though fiction, are relatable, and that's why we love them. Join me and Miss Gretchen Ho, my special guest, as we explore the twists and turns of our lives, whom we will call our cannonball experiences. Welcome to my vlog. Have you ever experienced a life-changing moment when your life took a different turn for the better, gained a new perspective, found a greater clarity in terms of your dreams, and forging a path of your own? I had this moment when I entered the Jesuit novitiate on the 30th of May in 1989. While the novices were singing "Ito ang bagong araw," two of them were slowly closing the main doors. The drama, a traditional ritual of the entrance day, marked an end and a beginning of my life as a Jesuit. At the novitiate, we were quarantined from the world, so that when we emerged from there, we would be renewed and prepared for what we were meant to be and to do. The Chinese calls it a Weiji, a turning point in one's life. And a Weiji has two parts. It is usually initiated by an accident, a painful experience, or finding yourself at rock bottom. For St. Ignatius of Loyola, his Weiji was at the Battle of Pamplona on the 20th of May, 1521, when his right leg was shattered by a cannonball fired by the French Navarrese expedition force. And then, it is followed by a retreat. It is a time of great reflectiveness, coming to terms with one's story, including one's painful past, regrets and resentments, embracing all that was with great humility and acceptance. After the Battle of Pamplona, St. Ignatius was then returned to recuperate at his father's castle in Loyola. In an era without anesthetics, he had several operations to repair his leg because it wouldn't be nice to walk with a limp. Talk about vanity. Well, I can understand that. But it was during his days of recuperating that St. Ignatius had a religious conversion, a spiritual Weiji, facilitated by the only books available, The Life of Christ by Ludolf of Saxony and The Lives of the Saints. Our human experience illumines a specific starting point when, after exhausting our tears and expressing our helplessness, we begin to recover, finding meaning and value once again, emerging with a greater self-possession and self-mastery to pick up our shattered pieces, to rebuild and shape our future. It is usually a religious experience, having found a personal God breaking into our lives once again, like the first rays of sunshine in the morning, as greater desires once again burst and bloom. The cannonball experience ultimately would lead towards a change in St. Ignatius' worldview, a shift of loyalties from being a knight of a human king to a soldier of Christ the King, and a new set of influencers, the saints. To cut the long story short, he eventually co-founded the Society of Jesus, or the Jesuits, with a clear mission to serve the Pope in regard to the missions. Now, we are very much honored to have with us Miss Gretchen Ho, who made a dent in the history of volleyball, show business, and her advocacies. She will share to us her cannonball experience and how it catapulted her into who and what she is today.
Hi everyone, this is Gretchen Ho speaking for Father J. Boy's class and reflection. Father J. Boy actually asked me to talk about turning points in my life, and I'd like to share with you two valuable turning points that I have experienced. So one when I was younger and one na mas recent. So yung unang-una was when I was in grade 7, I joined the volleyball varsity team. And naalala ko noon, medyo hindi ko maalala kung pasaway ako, pero siguro nag-away kami madalas ng mami ko noon. Hindi ko maalala bakit. Pero ang ginawa niyang bargaining chip noon was, if hindi ka umayos, hindi ka pwede mag-training. Ang galing, di ba? Pang blackmail. Yung volleyball ang ginamit niya kasi alam niya, yun yung mahal na mahal kong gawin. And yun yung first year ko sa volleyball team. So, nung sinabi niya yun, I was devastated because I fell in love with the sport. I fell in love with my team, my teammates. First time ever in my entire life, nagdasal ako ng taitim. Nagdasal ako and I meant it. So, what I did was, gabi yun, tapos naalala ko, lumuhod talaga ako. And sabi ko, nagpray ako kay Mary. Sabi ko, Mama Mary, if hindi ako ipakwit ni Mami sa volleyball team, I promise to God that I will dedicate my entire volleyball career to Him. And from that point, nagbago yung isip ng Mami ko. Bumalik ako sa kanya, pinasali niya ako ulit ng volleyball team. Tapos, dun ko nakita yung Diyos sa buhay ko. That was the turning point for me in becoming faithful, in my faith becoming very real to me and having a personal relationship with God. And I started to see Him in the small things na parang, uy, totoo nga may Diyos. Uy, may blessing ako, galing kay God yan. Uy, He hears me. Dun bumukas yung mga mata ko kay God. Second turning point was when I was in working already, and I was doing volleyball and I was doing media work at the same time. And I kind of felt while I was playing that everything was getting boring, parang naging routine na lahat na alam ko na yung bawat sulok ng court. And wala akong drive, no, to play volleyball, to go to training. Parang nagsawa na ako. Tapos bothered ako, no, kasi ako yung type na I'm very passionate about everything that I do. And for me to get to that point, medyo alarming yun sa akin. And I was discerning my feelings. And I really felt more excited with media work. And then sabi ko, Lord, ano ba yung call mo sa akin? Ano ba yung gusto mong gawin ko? I decided in that point to let go of volleyball. Tumaya ako sa mundo ng media. I applied for the news. And that was exactly also the point where my career took off. It really involved a lot of prayers, a lot of discernment, and talagang pagtataya, tiwala sa Diyos. So, doon nagbago yung buhay ko nung I decided to go full throttle, no half and half, and just really allow God to take me where He wants me to be. So, yun ang dalawang turning point ko. I think turning points are very important and we need to be aware of them. And we need to be open also to God working in our lives, to allowing Him to move beyond what we have planned for our own lives, diba? And allow Him to surprise us day by day. So yun lang, I hope nakatulong sa reflection ninyo.
Maraming salamat, Gretchen. So how about you? What is your cannonball experience? And how did it change your life? In many Marvel or DC comic stories, even superheroes would turn into villains, whether they are influenced by evil or forced to do so, like Superman, who was tricked by the Joker into killing Lois Lane and his unborn child. But what I find is a pattern. Usually heroes like Angel turning into Archangel turned from good to evil, and only one, the Scarlet Witch, who turned from evil to good and became one of the greatest forces among the Avengers. Perhaps we can have a personal Weiji, turning from the evil that we do into the good that we are. So first of all, I would like to sincerely thank Miss Gretchen Ho for sharing her cannonball experience with us. Thank you for your generosity and your time. Super salamat talaga, Gretchen. Sa uulitin, if you have questions that we can answer in a video, hit the subscribe button below and drop a comment for future content. Thank you for watching. This is Father J-Boy on the line. I'll see you next time.